Day 8:35, being Christopher Cruz, just came outside. Oh my gosh, it feels so clean and fresh. It rained like all day yesterday. There's a little bit, the sun is over there. Feels so good. It is so crazy. I woke up this morning at like 11-ish. Today's my day off. I'm gonna go work anyway, but because I love what I do. Isn't that awesome? Like, even on my days off, I want to work. Like, that is such a blessing. I remember when I was running my own company, I hated it. I literally hated it. Sunday nights were the worst because I had to wake up Monday morning and go back to a company that I built that I hated, a prison that I built. Ugh. And now it's like, for me to take a day off, it's like non-existent because I just love what I'm doing. Such a night and day difference. But anyway, I woke up this morning and it was like 11-ish, and I haven't woken up that late in a long time. And I just had this feeling of like, it's all good. Chris, it's time for you to stop being so hard on yourself. Like, lighten up. It's all good. You're doing great. You're doing great. And I literally laid in bed and I listened to this instrumental worship song, and I was just throwing my hands up in the air, praising God. Thank you, God, for this life. Thank you for everything that you're giving me. Thank you for everything that's going on. There's so many great things happening, and it's like the spirit of accusation, right? So in the Bible, the devil is also called the accuser, because he stands before God and accuses us of this and that. They did this, they did that, they did this sin, they did that sin. They're not worthy of this. And so he's the accuser. Well, I just realized this morning, I have the spirit of the accuser in me, and I accuse myself. You know, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You know, the fasting, I broke my fast last night. Shocker. I went like almost 2 days. And it's just like, I've been so hard on myself with that. Like, just like, oh my God, when are you going to get it together? And then I realized last night, okay, in the last 20 days, I've probably fasted like 10 or 12 of them. Like, that's great. That's amazing. And so, yeah, that's amazing. So I'm just, overly hard on myself. And so I was just like, today I was just like, I'm doing great. And I think the big reason why is because, like, look at the results I'm getting. And it's not just because I'm doing great. It's because God's great. But clearly God is proud of me and sees me as succeeding. Otherwise, he wouldn't trust me with these opportunities. Like, clearly I'm doing something really amazing for him to give me the opportunity to speak on stage at church twice yesterday. You know, like, that's a miracle. So as much as I see myself failing, because I feel like I can't do the 40-day fast. I feel like I could barely fast for 2 days. When before 7 was like, or 6 was really easy. Weird. But yeah, it's like, clearly God thinks I'm succeeding, or God thinks I'm ready. So if God is doing this, why do I have to be so hard on myself? And it was like, that's the spirit of accusation. You know, that's the enemy picking apart everything you're not doing right, rather than focusing on everything you're doing well. And so that confirmation of, you know, being able to speak at church twice, and then everyone coming to me, so many people came to me. That was so inspiring. That was so incredible. Oh my God. Okay, Pastor, when are you ready to open church? Multiple people said that. You know, you're so gifted. Like, you're going to speak in front of the world. What was the other one? Oh, and I had multiple guys coming to me and say, dude, I had tears in my eyes from that. And I was like, what? And people were blown away, and believers, you know, who've been believers for a long time, you know, it's like it ignited something in their faith, because they hadn't really heard a story like that for some of them. And so it's like, God gave me that. And then in this 100X group of the coaching program I joined with Pedro, there's like 7,000 people in the Facebook group. And they challenge you, you know, when you start, to go live for 30 days. Well, I did my first video and went live day before yesterday, and Pedro commented on it, and he was like, wow, bro, with this humility, you're really going to go far. And all these other people commented on it. There's like tons of comments and tons of likes and interaction. And people are like, wow, you have such a gift. Like, there's anointing on you. I can see favor on you. Everyone keeps saying there's favor on you. God's favor is on you. God's favor is on you. And I need to like research more of what that is. Like, maybe it's God's blessing or God's glory or I don't know, abundance or something. But they keep saying God's favor, God's favor. And then I did another video last night talking about me being able to get on stage and speak in front of my church. And then I told, part of my mom's story. And even Pedro, he commented on that. He's like, wow, this is such a powerful, or he said, this is such a crazy God story. And you're already in favor. Like, and then people are just commenting all this stuff. And so I'm looking and I'm just like, I'm trying to figure everything out. And like it's like God just gave me this clarity today of, Chris, just step out and be seen. Just step out and be seen. Like, my favorite Bible verse is, you are the light of the world. The city built on a hill cannot be hidden, nor would you light a lamp and hide it under a bowl. You light a lamp and you put it on its stand so it can shine on everyone in the room, so they can feel the goodness and you can give God the glory. And so, the sun, and so I've been hiding under a bowl, and I feel like God is like, he's made it very clear, like, come out from under the bowl and I'm going to put you on a stand so you can shine your light on my people. And then you put me on stage, and then I'm doing these lives in this group, and it's just amazing. And the founder of the group, Pedro Adao, like a marketing guru, like knows Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, all these people. He's commenting on each one of my videos, and he's like impressed. And it's like God's just showing me, just speak, just use the gift I've given you, speak life over the world, and I'm going to keep giving you the platforms. Right? I did 100X in the group of all the people that were in the program. I raised my hand to share, and I somehow got picked, which is crazy because there's a ton of people who had their hands up to share. And then I go live, all these people comment, and then he comments, and then I go live again, same thing. And then, and then my old coach from 3 or 4 years ago, who's a pretty famous coach, is getting ready to launch this platform for believers. And he wants me to do a masterclass on purpose. And I do that on Saturday and record a full masterclass, which I've never done before in my life. It was incredibly good. It was so good. God just spoke through me on that one. Thank God. And that was great. And that's going to go out to people. And he was blown away. And then my pastor right after that calls me and says, I need you to speak on stage. And then I get to speak twice on stage. It impacts 600 people. And yeah, it's just like, and people are saying, I can see favor on you. God's favor is on you. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, oh, I suck because I can't fast for more than 2 days. Oh, I suck. I'm so weak. Oh, and on top of that, I sent out a video to everyone, or not everyone, but everyone. I sent a video out to my Purpose coaching clients, and letting them know I'm launching Warriors of God on Wednesday. And like, whatever they got going on, they need to be there. It is significant. And there's going to be, I think, 12 or 13 people on the call, which I thought when I launched this, there'd be like 4 or 5. And there's going to be minimum 12. 12 are confirmed. There will be 14 or 15, depending on what happens. For 2 of them, it will be 2 a.m. because they're in England. And then for one of them, she's going to be on a plane. And so minimum, there's going to be 12 people there, which is interesting because Jesus had 12 disciples. So who knows? But so that's going to happen on Wednesday. That will be the largest personal group program I've had of people together. I don't even know what I'm going to say or anything like that. I just know God is going to move. And then after that, I'm going to be doing calls every day, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. just quick little 15-minute Zoom calls where I speak life over people, and we start our day in victory. And it's going to be called the Warrior Wake Up Call, because a lot of people, it's going to be like the first thing they see when they wake up in the morning. And it's going to hold us accountable all to waking up early. And it's going to just get us in the zone and keep us connected throughout the day, so we could share miracles and transformations and all these different things. And so yeah, I'm doing these live videos every day in this 100X group. So it's just like, what I'm seeing is like, I just need to be seen. It's time. Get your voice out there. Get your voice out there. Get it out there. Get it out there. And yeah. And then I need to message the associate pastor at church and say, hey bro, like, if I don't ask this, I'll regret it forever. But if you guys have an extra spot an extra slot open to speak at Warrior Conference next month, I'd love to talk to you guys about it, because I can get on that stage. I mean, you've seen, what I can do in 5 minutes. Like, imagine if I had an hour, and if I could, teach people about purpose and speak about purpose. And if you guys want, we can partner and we can offer a 6-week purpose coaching group program for people. We can do $100 a person, and you guys will get 50% of everything. And do something like that. Like, so I feel like God is simplifying everything that I'm trying to do. And it's basically, it just comes down to shine your light on the stand, stop hiding under the bowl. Like, God is going to give me the stand, and it's my job to shine my light. And he's going to give me the platform to shine my light on, which me shining my light is speaking. So he's going to give me the platforms to speak on. Oh, and then this girl that I met at when I spoke in Denver, we talked about doing her purpose coaching. She what she does now is she books stages for speakers, and she's a believer. And she said she can start working for me, and she'll just take a cut of whatever stages she books. And so it's like, I can have a stage agent, and I don't even have to pay anything out of pocket to get started. Like, she can just book a stage, and then when that gets booked. So, wow, I didn't even realize that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I think it's making it clear. Like, God's like, time for you to get out. Time to unleash everything I've put inside of you for all these years to the world. Like, it's time. I mean, he put it on my pastor's heart. My pastor, there's 600 people in our church. My pastor could have called anyone, and he said, I don't know why, but I just felt like you were the guy. Like, God put that in his heart. So if God said, if God is showing me, Chris, you're ready to speak on the Fearless Church stage, well, then I'm ready to speak on any stage, because that was a miracle. I'm still just like, did I really speak up there? Like, is that real? So, just mind-blowing. Oh, I just feel so light. I feel so clean. Just like removing this shame and this guilt of, being so hard on myself, and just like not accusing myself, not being the accuser, being the encourager. Like, because when I accuse myself, it's horrible. When I accuse other people, it's horrible. Anyone who's ever been accused by me, it is just so evil and so dark and just heavy and sad and hurtful. And yeah. And so I do that to myself all the time. I need to stop. So, yeah. So I'm going to go and get myself lunch. I'm going to go have some pho. And then I'm going to go work. But, yeah, I just need to be doing this, like what I'm doing here on these videos. I just need to be doing it in front of more people, more often. And, yeah, go from there.